Yeah.
But his most important statement that he makes there is, "I don't know why this isn't obvious. This is obvious." And but I think again, the UN and other nations, they purposely are ignoring statements like this because I mean, again, this is firsthand. He's the son of the Hamas co-founder. He was born in this, was a terrorist himself that got arrested growing up, and then he finally saw the light and figured out that what they were doing was wrong.
Right.
And the rest of the world just is purposely ignoring that. I mean, he makes his statements at the UN, and
Right.
he specifically says the Hamas's goal is the annihilation of another race. Again, it's not
Right.
peace. It's not their own state. They want the entire area, and then they want to set up an Islamic state. Not before then.
Right.
Not before then. It's annihilate first, then set up the Islamic State. And the United States just seems to be the only one that's really backing that up. And it really depends on who's in office as to how much we back it up. Because
Right.
the last presidency was kind of mediocre. I mean, Biden was not like all out backing up Israel. I think he was backing up Israel out of political correctness because he knows that that's what the American people want is we have to back up Israel. And again, it comes back to our Christianity is we believe that the Jewish people as the holy people. But the Biden administration, they couldn't care less about the Jewish people or anything else like that. They saw Israel as a political football that they needed to keep in the air because that's what the people wanted. And so they kind of put half measures out there to support it. Nothing really substantive that would actually have helped solve the problem. It took Trump to really start solving problems. I mean, he started doing that back in his first administration when he moved the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem and actually recognized Jerusalem as the true capital and started really supporting Israel.
Right.
And then now he's putting his own threats out there and saying, Hamas, you need to release those hostages. And he's actually legitimately supporting it.
I agree.
But then the UN,
I've got no
I mean,
issue
they're
with
not
what
doing
Trump's
anything.
doing.
They're
I
dragging their feet.
actually, yeah, no, I got no issue with Trump. I mean, he couldn't have, he's come in and he's sort of jumped in head first and shown where he's at. And obviously, I just I wish that, he would have been around at the time, on October 6th. I think it would have been a different situation. And we can go on there. That's not for now. I don't want to go there, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he would. I mean, if January 6th would happen on Trump's watch, there would have been bombs dropping from U.S. planes, but that didn't happen.
You're right.
I think this is the last clip, and then we'll go into Elon Omar and the current protests.
It took us 8 years to capture someone's by name Ibrahim Hamid, this mass murderer. 8 years he hid in a small town of Ramallah, less than 20,000 people. It took us 8 years to capture him, while he was sending suicide bombers every other day. It was a big nightmare to capture him. And you know now what they are doing? Why the hostage situation that we have in Gaza? They want him. He's on the top of the list to be released. Ibrahim Hamid, remember his name? Look him up. They want mass murderers to go back to the street. And if you ask yourself, the guy that you saw earlier, Yahya Sinwar, with the child and the rifle, this guy was released just recently, part of the prisoner exchange with Israel. When Israel had to release more than 1,000 Hamas members to return one Israeli soldier back to his mother. And Hamas had a taste to that. So they thought this time they can go and bring 200 hostages and more. So they can bring the only true democracy in the Middle East to its knees.